on what I have today here. I can't see all y'all. Grayson said I don't need to wear my glasses because I look like a nerd. I can read well up close, but I can't see Tripp's face very well. Brother Gary said, that's kind of stereotyping, right, brother? Because you wear something on the outside. It's not what it's necessarily on the inside. Just messing with her. I have a lot right here. I could be 5 minutes or I could be 35 minutes. How's everybody doing this morning? It's nice to be in here in a warm building with the Lord's people. We're not out there on the street somewhere in Atlanta bumming money. The Lord put us here, right here. This is where we're supposed to be. I think about people out there in the world, the lost ones. I think about what we have, our duty to show them that there is help. No matter what situation, like Brother Gary was saying, what you're going through or what you've been through, the Lord is there, but it's up to us to encourage these people. You know, the world thinks, as Brother Gary was saying, the meek and the ones that are slow to anger, they think we're weak. The world thinks we're weak.
Yes, sir.
We should be out there fighting, striving to get to a certain place or point. But we're doing what the Lord told us to do. And this is nothing I had wrote down right here. I just got this from Brother Gary this morning. I was looking at Philippians 2:12. Part of that verse says, at the end, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You know, we run across people every day. A while back, I'll tell you this little story here. Kelly went to a grocery store in town, and there was a woman there, cashier. She walked up there, was paying for her groceries, handed her coupons, and she typed in the wrong thing and gave her like $200 credit. And, you know, of course, this girl was very upset. You know, Kelly could tell she was just probably not just that one situation, but it's been going on all day. Nothing was working out. So everybody behind the lines, they just went on. They had to call a manager over there. So in the meantime, waiting on the manager, Kelly was able to talk to this lady. And she was kind of pouring out her heart to Kelly. And it's not just here, it's my whole life. It's in shambles, you know. So Kelly was able to give her some words of encouragement. She could tell she was mentally and probably spiritually distressed. And Kelly told her, you know, there's hope. You know, there's things that the Lord puts things in our life to make us stronger. And she had told Kelly, you know, she lost her boyfriend, she lost her mom to cancer. So, I mean, how do you want to give them words of encouragement, but God's got to intervene also. You know, just what we say doesn't matter, but it was a blessing to Kelly. She went back the next day and talked to this lady again. And the lady was very encouraged, I would say. She had some peace. I mean, she actually acted like she was happy that she came back that day. I mean, it was a blessing. We don't need to miss those blessings. You know, Kelly could just easily went off and sorry, I'm going to the next line, or I'm just leaving this store, or got mad. But she took the time. There was some patience there. And the title of my lesson is Patience and Peace. And sometimes I have trouble with patience. I'm sure everybody does at some level. On my job, there's a lot going on, and that's one of the things I deal with on a daily basis, being patient. I mean, patience is a virtue and talked about throughout the Bible, the Old and the New Testament. According to 1 Samuel, lack of patience can cause you to miss blessings. It's a vital part of trusting in God, as our life circumstances are not always what we would prefer. There are many known Bible verses that discuss the importance of patience and appreciation for that moment. Our Lord puts us in these situations. We must wait on Him in being patient. Are we at peace? We need that peace of the Lord also to help us to be patient. We can look at Romans 5, 1 through 4. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace, wherein we stand, and rejoice in hope of the glory of the Lord of God. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. In these situations, they see how strong we can be and how much we know that the Lord can bring us through all situations. They see that in us, and that helps them. Let's look at 2 Corinthians 6, verse 4. But in all things approving ourselves as the ministries of God, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses. Brothers and sisters, people do notice our patience and our peace in these situations. We are so unlike most in America. I mean, you go out there in the world now, and nobody has any patience anymore. I know I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress. A little thing at work, we have a work order system. I have to log in, and one of the statuses of our work orders is either it's open or work in progress, or it's closed, completed. Every time I punch on that work in progress, I say, "That's me. I'm a work in progress." But let's look at 1 Timothy 6, verse 11. It's Paul speaking here. "But thou, O man of God, flee these things, and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness." We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or in the next 30 minutes. Maybe it's dealing with a loved one, or maybe it's dealing with a cashier, or maybe it's dealing with a co-worker. Maybe somebody you've been praying for a long time. Let's look at James 1, 3. One, 3, and 4. "Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing." James 5:7 says, "Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain. James 5:10-11 says, Take my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. You have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. Now think about Job. Think about all he went through, all he had to endure. His family, everybody was against him. I mean, that was one of the major things in the Bible showing patience of Job there. Let's look at let's look at one more verse here, which is really the title of my lesson. Luke 21:16-19. Lord talking to his disciples about what would happen at the end of the age. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But there shall not an hair of your head perish. And 19, in your patience possess ye your soul. So if we keep calm, be at peace in the Lord, trust him, be patient, wait on him in all these situations, we will never perish, but we'll have everlasting life. I need help with this today too. Just be patient, have peace. The Lord has given us this to work it out. Work out our salvation with fear and trembling. And thank you for your prayers.